What's going on, sports moms? Coach Henry Adam here. I got to tell y'all something today. Like, I got cut twice and thought I wasn't good enough. The moment that I got cut twice, let's even go back. The moment that I got cut once, I was like, okay, like, I have to work hard, and everything's going to work out. Mom was trying to give me confidence, and then I went out there again. Guess what, y'all? My trainer was actually out there that day. I had a lesson with him that night. My trainer was out there at the tryout, so immediately in my head as an athlete, I'm like, hey, like, I'm going to make this team. My trainer is out here. I've been working harder. And guess what, y'all? Got cut again. That's the moment I realized that failure and success are on the same road. It's just that failure is an earlier exit. And a lot of people don't get to success because they get off at the failure exit. I'm going to say it again. That's the moment I realized as an athlete that failure and success are on the same road. It's just that failure is an earlier exit. And a lot of people get off at that failure exit instead of getting off at the success exit. Because the moment I got cut, I thought baseball was telling me who I was. So let me go back into time, right? So I didn't start taking baseball seriously until I was in the 8th grade. And my friend mom, she was like, hey, like, do you want to play professional baseball one day? And I'm like, well, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. She's like, well, do you want to play in college? I was like, if I do, I do. I do. I don't. Whatever God has for me. And she was like, well, God wants you to play professional baseball, but if you keep saying that, He's going to give you what you want. And from there, my mindset shifted on the way I viewed baseball, the way I viewed myself, even before I even got cut, because I didn't have no clue I was going to get cut. This was about a year before I actually got cut. So that's the moment I said, you know what, Mom? I want to put football down. This is me going into my freshman year of high school. I want to put football down, and I want to go and pursue baseball full time. At first, it hurt her because she's like, hey, like, I'm not going to be on. You telling me we did all these years of football and baseball, and now you want to just pick one, and you're not going to be under the Friday Night Lights? And I'm like, yeah, Mom. Like, I don't. I'm 5'7" at the time, like 5'7", 160. I know I'm not going to play professional football, and it wasn't really my passion, and I felt like I was falling behind in baseball, and baseball just always interests me because I failed so much. It was so many ups and downs that it forced me to grow as a person and forced me to grow as an athlete. So I started to take baseball seriously. Okay, so this is me going to 8th grade, going into my freshman year. Freshman year comes around, and I'm training a lot more, and I'm around a lot of guys who's been playing baseball their whole life, not really been playing other sports, but they've always been playing travel ball since they were little. So they've been playing since they were, you know how it goes. Some people have 6U, you have 7, 8U, which I really don't agree with at a young age, but that's besides the point. They were all playing that since they were older, but since they were younger, and they were always ahead of me, or I felt like they were ahead of me. And like I tell my parents now, have you ever been riding on the road and someone was speeding past you, like, dang, they're moving quick, but then you look up the road and now they pulled over by the police and now you're going past them? Yeah, that's kind of what happened in this situation here. So I felt like it was so ahead of me to the point where I got a little older. I realized, like, dang, there was never ahead of me, and I was actually the only one who went and played professional baseball out of everybody that was there in that facility during that time. That was actually playing on the teams during that time in that facility. Okay, so freshman year comes around. I'm like, Mom, I want to play showcase ball, so I go out and try out for a team. At the time, it was called the Evil Seal Canes, and they're still around now. I want to try out for the Evil Seal Canes and got cut. Okay, next tryout, I'll go out there with my the guy who I do lessons with. Go out there with him, and he's out there. He's actually coaching the team, and I just knew I was going to make the team because he was there. Guess what, y'all? Got cut again. This is my freshman year. Now, once again, a year later, a year has gone by, and I put down football. Okay, but I'm not second guessing what I decided to do. I'm more so second guessing, okay, can I actually do it? And am I going to allow this moment to define me? And my mom had to literally help me through that. So some of your athletes, and some of them won't say anything, right? Some of them you kind of have to read them, right? You have to read their body language. When they're talking to you, what are they focused on? Are they focused on the mistakes? Or a lot of their conversations with you, is it more so focused on how they feel or how they view themselves? Because 30% of your athletes' athletic ability is just trapped in their mind. And if we can get to a spot where we can help them to understand how to navigate their emotions, they're going to perform a lot better. Okay, and are they comparing themselves? So listen to some of the things that you hear them saying whenever they're playing, or post game, whenever y'all talking about the game. I had to realize in that moment that it became bigger than my emotions, and I had to realize in that moment that I can only control the controllables. The controllables was me going out there and giving all I have. After that, I had to see. I had to let them make the decision that if I fit into their system. It's a business. I need y'all to understand that this game that your kids wanting to play, whether it's baseball, whether it's any sport, it is a business the older they get. And we have a lot of things like the transfer portal. We have a lot of things like social media. We have a lot of things that if you don't understand or you don't take time to understand, that you're going to miss. And your athlete, as they get older, will fall behind because of this. Okay, so right now, some of y'all athletes are playing baseball, playing travel ball, but you're still seeing them frustrated, or you still see them getting upset, and that is an immediate red flag, and that's something that we need to address right now. We need to address the elephant in the room right now, because this is what happens as they get older. These kids remember these conversations more than they remember the scoreboard. They remember how they feel more than they remember the scoreboard. And as they get older, they trap this into their minds and into their bodies, and it makes it hard for them to play. So if something happens in the game that was something happens in the game as they get older that affected them as a kid, their body remembers that. Their mind remembers that. And now it holds them back, and now that's a internal fear. And then it's an internal fear, and then it transfers to the external results that they're getting. Okay, so the outcomes that they're getting. Okay, a lot of kids are trained at an early age. Hey, like, you have to perform, you have to hit, you have to throw well, you have to do a lot of these things, and they have the I have to mentality. Those kids put a lot of pressure on themselves. I need y'all to understand this. 80% is the process, 20% is the outcome. If you can get your athlete to focus on the process versus the outcome, you're going to see immediate growth. What is the process your athlete goes through to get that game where they're at their green light, where they're just at a flow state? And what do they do after the game to process the game that just happened to get the results they want in the following game? Okay, so once we start understanding the process behind all these things, that's when your athlete's able to grow and become more consistent. So for those parents that have athletes that are playing right now, I want to give you a quick strategy that's going to help you and your athlete grow. Okay, so first thing I go over with my athletes is, I'm sorry, y'all, I have two dogs. Hey, Simba and Flash. We're live. Can we stop? Y'all know how it is for those who have kids that's listening to this. Okay, let me see that. Thank you. All right, we're back. Okay, so I want to give y'all a quick strategy. The strategy is BFS. Okay, these next tournament, I want you to challenge your athlete to focus on their body language, their focus, and their self-talk. And I want you examining that. I want you rating it 1 out of 10. Okay, hey, like, your body language this tournament was, or today was, a 5 out of 10. Okay, your focus, I would say a 3 out of 10. And then your self-talk, right? I felt like was this, right? As a parent, so you from the outside looking in, I want you to tell them, hey, what you felt like it was, and then I want them to talk about, okay, hey, this is what I was thinking in this situation here, and let them realize, okay, hey, this is the process to reflecting at the games. Because guess what, y'all? They're going to have tournaments where it's like, dang, they crushing it, and they're going to have those tournaments where it's like, hey, are we even doing lessons? Are we even doing anything, son? Those tournaments are going to happen, but I need you to teach them how to deal with both. And if you want the tournaments where they dominate and a lot more, I need you to teach them the process that, or what they went through to be able to get the results that they want. Okay, so try that strategy. It's called BFS. Focus on their body language, their focus on their self-talk, and we can focus on that post-game. We can focus on that before the game, and just have fun before the game. You're going to see a lot more growth in your athlete.